In the architecture of social destruction, the most dangerous weapon is not the open enemy, but the best friend, saboteur. This individual operates under the ultimate cover, the brutal honesty defense. They use the intimacy of your friendship to gain access to your blueprints, your dreams, your insecurities, and your strategic plans, and then proceed to subtly poison them. While an enemy attacks your walls, the saboteur rots your foundation from within, all while holding your hand and claiming they are only looking out for you. This is the double agent of the soul, a parasite that feeds on your potential while convincing you that they are your only protection against the harshness of the world. The psychology of the sabotage is rooted in mimetic envy and status preservation. Your success is a mirror that reflects their own stagnation. To resolve the internal tension of seeing you rise, they must either climb with you or pull you back down. The saboteur chooses the latter because it is easier. They use the honest mask to deliver toxic payloads. By branding themselves as the only one who will tell you the truth, they create a psychological monopoly over your reality. You begin to value their brutal feedback more than the praise of others, believing that because it hurts, it must be accurate. They cultivate a dependency loop where you stop trusting your own intuition and start outsourcing your self-worth to their curated negative assessments. This phenomenon is fueled by cognitive dissonance. When a close friend criticizes you, your brain struggles to reconcile the love you feel with the pain they are causing. To resolve this, your mind assumes the pain must be productive. The saboteur knows this. They utilize intermittent reinforcement, giving you just enough occasional praise to keep the best friend title valid, while systematically dismantling your confidence in the background. They aren't trying to destroy you instantly. They are trying to keep you in a state of permanent near success, where you are high-functioning enough to remain a useful friend, but low-functioning enough to never surpass them. The mechanics of their advice often follow a pattern of strategic discouragement. If you present a bold new business idea, they don't tell you it's bad. They tell you they are worried about your mental health or concerned you're taking too much risk right now. They weaponize your past failures against your future potential, performing a historical audit of every mistake you've ever made to prove why your current ambition is a delusion. By framing their sabotage as empathy, they disable your defenses. You can't get angry at someone who is just worried about you. This is an empathy trap, a form of gaslighting where your ambition is reframed as instability and your growth is labeled as losing yourself. They also employ the social pincer. A saboteur will often talk to your other friends or family members under the guise of concern, saying, "I'm really worried about, they seem so stressed lately with this new project." This seeds doubt in your wider social circle. When you finally go to others for support, you find the well already poisoned. They have created a subconscious consensus that you are failing before you have even begun. This isolates you, leaving the saboteur as your only trusted advisor, the very person ensuring your isolation. From an evolutionary perspective, this is a crab in a bucket survival mechanism. In ancient tribal structures, an individual who became too powerful or independent could threaten the existing social hierarchy or draw unwanted attention to the group. The best friend saboteur is the modern manifestation of the tribal enforcer, using social shaming and doubt induction to keep you within the safety of the collective. They use honesty as a surgical tool to find the exact point where your self-confidence is weakest, applying pressure until bone snaps, ensuring you stay safe, which is to say, stagnant. They are protecting the stasis of the group at the expense of your individual evolution. This is also a form of resource guarding. In the primal mind, if you become 10x more successful, you might move to a different tribe or social class, leaving the saboteur behind. Their honesty is a leash designed to prevent social migration. They would rather have a mediocre version of you that stays than a magnificent version of you that leaves. Their sabotage is an act of profound selfishness disguised as an act of profound service. They are not fighting for your truth. They are fighting for their own comfort. To the sovereign individual, the best friend saboteur is a masterclass in information security. You must recognize that intimacy does not equal entitlement to your strategy. The moment someone uses honesty to consistently dampen your fire rather than sharpen your edge, they have shifted from an ally to a liability. A true ally uses brutal honesty to help you solve problems. A saboteur uses it to create them. You must develop a feedback filter. Ask yourself if their advice expands your world or shrinks it. If it's the latter, they aren't being honest. They are being strategic. You must learn to practice strategic opacity, sharing your wins only after they are finalized and your vulnerabilities only with those who have proven they can hold them without using them as leverage. Furthermore, you must identify the emotional surcharge. If every interaction with this friend leaves you feeling drained, doubtful, or smaller, you are paying a tax you cannot afford. Sovereignty requires social decoupling, the ability to love someone from a distance while revoking their security clearance to your inner life. You don't have to announce the breakup. You simply move your blueprints to a private vault. You transition them from the inner sanctum to the outer courtyard, where they can no longer touch the foundations. Ultimately, the goal of the saboteur is to become your external conscience. They want you to hear their voice in your head every time you think about taking a leap. They want to be the no that prevents you from ever finding out what you are truly capable of. Breaking free requires a social audit. You must realize that brutal honesty without a foundation of active support is just socially acceptable malice. True power lies in knowing who to let into your inner sanctum and who to keep at the gates. You don't need a friend who tells you the truth. You need a friend who wants you to win. The final stage of liberation is outcome independence. When you no longer care if they approve of your truth, their weapon of honesty loses its edge. You realize that their truth is merely a projection of their own fears, limitations, and envy. By reclaiming your reality, you collapse their monopoly. You begin to seek out force multipliers, mentors and peers who see your potential not as a threat, but as an inspiration. You move from a defensive posture to an expansive one. The best friend, saboteur, can only exist in the shade of your own self-doubt. Once you step into the light of your own sovereign certainty, they either have to grow to match your height or wither away in the heat of your success. To identify this figure, listen for the subtle shift in their linguistic delivery. They rarely use direct insults. Instead, they use the safety frame, "I just don't want to see you get hurt again." The realist label, "I'm just being the realest friend you need right now." The shared limitation, "People like us don't usually make it in that industry. I'm just being honest." Each of these phrases is a micro-containment strategy. They are defining the boundaries of your cage while pretending to describe the world. When you identify these patterns, do not argue. Argument provides them with more data on your insecurities. Instead, respond with a non-committal gray rock technique. Give them no emotional reaction, no defense, and no further details. Star the parasite of the information. It needs to refine its poison.